You know, I like to carve into the wood. That's the part that, like, you're doing something, you know, like you're using energy. I used to make the people mad in grad school because I'd say, you know what, I can only make a woodcut for 8 hours a day, but I can fucking paint 24 hours straight, you know. Of course, I ended up doing 24 hours of printing, you know, too. But the thing is, it's so much fun to cut and to cut and to cut. And that's the part that I like. And I've kind of realized over the last few years that, like, what I'm doing is really a lifetime commitment to woodcut. And I have a real hard time when I have to select one image, because I don't think I have one image that is very good. You know, I have a lot that are good, but I don't think I have any that are really good, you know? And like, it's like, well, shit, what have I done? You know? But I've made all these things, and if you don't see 30 out of 300, then you don't know what you've seen. In my case, you know? And because, like, I'm kind of, you know, over the years, I still come back to the same things, you know? My first semester of grad school, I showed 43 or 44 prints for that first semester review. And they were like, well, why did you make so much work? And I was like, because you gotta make a lot of work, because half of them are gonna suck, you know? And they're like, well, why don't you only make 20 and maybe none of them will suck? And I was like, that's just not realistic, you know? But I listened and I slowed down. And so the next semester, I might have only made 20 pieces, but sure enough, 10 of them sucked. You know, it's like, I can't figure out what good means, what good is, you know? And the things that, it's almost never, it's kind of a cliche, but the things that I like aren't the things that other people connect with. And the things that I'm ambivalent about or feel bad about, a lot of times are things that people still really connect with. And so, like, I said, hey, fuck it, man. I'm going to keep making the prints. We'll put them out there, and you take what you like and leave the rest, you know? There's plenty to go around. And I could just about, with the exception of probably like 5 prints that I've ever made, probably every single one of them has meant something to somebody. Like, I mean, I've just like, finally, somebody likes that print. You know, I can't think of more than a handful that, like, no one's ever liked, you know, or no one's ever bought or whatever. And it's like, it's okay, there was somebody that was going to connect with that, you know? And I just want to get in there and draw and cut. And I do come back to the same images over and over. You know,
Wait a second. Yeah, stand a little bit more right here, because, like, whenever you were standing right beside him, whenever he was looking at you, there was like a hard glare coming from his glasses. Okay.
You know, I'm always going to go with what I can draw, right? I don't have a very good imagination, like, at least spontaneously. And so I'm gonna okay, you know what? I know how to draw a hot dog. There we go, hot dog. I know how to draw an ice cream cone. I know how to draw a Klansman, right? I know how to draw a certain handful of things. And if I work with those things that I can draw right off the top of my head, great. But outside of that, I'm going to go to the things that I just like, you know? Whether it's from video games or movies or whatever the hell it is, right? I'm just going to draw it. We were talking about that earlier. There's a part where I'm just drawing things because I want to stay busy and waiting for that good idea. And a lot of times I get so obsessed about, okay, like I've got those 40 fucking t-shirt graphics that 38 of them I already have down there on that table cut out in MDF. But the MDF is messing up, so I've carved them again in wood. And I've wasted 3 weeks. Almost every productive day has been working on t-shirt graphics only to have exactly what I already have. And I know that that's ridiculous. But I'm almost done. I'll move on to something else. And it's time to get in there and start making the multicolor narrative images that I prefer, that I put more work into, that I put more behind, you know. I get a better the end result out of them. And that's when I can do more storytelling. That's when I can do my story about the guy that gets the chimpanzee for $500, and you know, all this stuff that's, you know, percolating in my head. That's when it's going to happen. You know, is when I sit down and make this cohesive thing, which doesn't happen very often. You know, we were talking about how Huck has whole series planned out, 2 or 3 series ahead. He knows what he's doing 5 years from now. I've got projects that are on hold from 8 years ago. I'm probably never going to pick them back up. But if I ever hit a real dry spell, bam, they're right there waiting for me, you know? And it's just, I almost don't even, you know, I did this thing when I was at University of Oklahoma where I did a woodcut an hour for 24 hours, right? And I knew I could have 24 ideas, but I thought it would be more fun if I solicited ideas online while I was working, you know? And so, send me your ideas. If I could do it, if I do your print, I'll give it to you. If I do your woodcut, I'll give it to you, you know? And so, well, how about a unicorn playing basketball, you know, eating an ice cream cone and, like, you know, driving past a stripper. And it's like, all right, how about a hot dog, you know? And so, like, I like the ideas, but, like, it was always too involved, and really I didn't care that much, you know, because, like, I just wanted to stay busy and have something to do at 3 in the morning. And so, I don't even, it's almost like marriage or something, you know, the love and the care is built in. You don't have to show it every day. You can just, you know, it's like with the woodcuts. I'm doing a fucking woodcut tomorrow, you know. I was working on a woodcut today. I'll be doing one next Friday. You know, it's like I'm coming at it. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter what it is, because if I do 4 that suck, if I do 4 that bomb out, probably the 5th one or the 6th one will be decent again. Will be okay again. You know, it'll be something I go, yeah, man, all right, cool. You know, and that's kind of what I think about it.